Not every audition comes with sparkling dialogue, but casting isn't just about the script. It's about you. So, how do you shine even when the writing is clunky? Let's break it down. This is Casting Actors Cast.
Casting actors cast, what a show! With Jeffrey Dreisbach, we're ready to go. From agents to gigs, learn what you lack. Tune in every week, we're bringing you back.
We're going to kick off the show right after this. Well, hello and welcome back to Casting Actors Cast. Listen, every actor has been there, right? You get a script with dialogue so flat it sounds like it was written by a robot, or jokes that just don't land. I've been there. Or lines that just feel, I don't know, painfully cliche. And yet you still have to make it work. This, I promise you, is one of the greatest tests for an actor. How to deliver weak writing with strength, authenticity, and commitment. But there is a secret. Here's the secret. Casting directors know when the material isn't great. They're not waiting for you to magically fix it. What they're waiting for is to see you rise above it, to make the material playable, make it believable, make it watchable. And that's what we're going to tackle on this episode. But first, this is that moment of the conversation where I get to say thank you for tuning into Casting Actors Cast. This is where I usually tell you to go to the website, castingactorscast, alloneword.com. You're going to find all kinds of interesting material there available for you. One is a book that I wrote on doing voiceover work. It's called Conversation Pieces Out of the Studio, the voiceover workshop for professional actors. You'll find that by filling out the form that says dive into the talent pool. You can also leave a comment, you can leave a review, you can leave a thumbs up, whatever you want. That's there, and I would love for you to make yourself available for that. I don't do anything with your email address, by the way. That's for your email address and your name. That's it. I might, on rare occasions, send out an announcement about an upcoming episode or something like that, but I promise you I don't abuse the privilege of contacting you. I don't at all. Also, there's my new book is out called Booked It, The Actor's Playbook for Getting Cast. That's available as well as Jeff's Jots, which are corresponding show notes to each of the episodes. So there's a lot there to check out, and it just helps me know that you are out there when you respond. And if you do respond by perhaps you want to leave a review on iTunes or Spotify, any way in which you can let others know about the podcast would just mean the world to me. The podcasts are released every Thursday at 1 p.m. I've been doing it for several years now. This is episode 385, I think. And so I'm still going strong. I'm still loving doing this, and your support keeps me going. It kind of just is the most useful motivator for me is when you reach out to me. And I appreciate so much all of the fantastic mail actors have sent to me, the positive thoughts. It's just an amazing thing that's happening as a result of the podcast. Okay, I'm done talking about jobs. I'm talking about this stuff. Okay. Let's jump into the subject now. I want you to understand that your job isn't to fix a script. So when you get some bad writing, you're not responsible for making adjustments to it. You are the interpreter of the material. You're not the creator. And so it's really important to make it playable. That's the job. I can say it another way. You're not a script doctor. So don't rewrite, don't comment, don't apologize. Your job is to bring the words to life as written, even if they are clunky. And believe me, there's not every piece of material out there is fabulous. So let's think about what casting directors think. I can tell you what I think. I say to myself, if this actor can make bad writing work, imagine what they'll do with a good script. That's true. I think a way to help you with this is to find the humanity Find the humanity that lives inside of that script, even the clunky one. Every line, no matter how weak, can come from a very real human being. So if you search for intention, search for the subtext. You know, subtext is what you're thinking or feeling while you're saying something else. So intention and subtext, or you could even just look for a natural tone to lift those flat words that the script is giving you. Here's an example. Instead of saying, I love you, like it's kind of pasted in, and find what your character is really doing. Find what your character is really feeling. Are they convincing? Are they trying to be reassuring? Are they confessing? And if you lean into connection, if the words feel thin, then double down on your scene partner. Authentic eye contact and listening elevate every clumsy piece of dialogue you're going to come across. So I'll give you an example because for a while I was working on a soap opera called Another World, an NBC soap. And soap operas often are ridiculed for their writing. But you know what? They still connect with audiences. Why? Because actors commit fully to the relationship, not the words. Committing to the relationship, not the words. Somebody write that down. That was really, really good. I think you might benefit from that. Also, when you have a script that the writing is just not kind of happening for you, the phrase I like to use is clarity wins. So don't layer in unnecessary subtext or try to do clever tricks to hide the bad writing or bad moments. If you can keep your delivery clean and simple and clear, you're going to find that it is not a painful experience because the goal is make it easy for the audience to follow the story, no matter how weak the script is. It's about the story. So I got a practice tool for you. I want you to grab a script from a Hallmark holiday movie or a daytime soap or even a high school play, and I want you to perform it two ways. Way number one, as written. But I want you to lean into honesty and connection. Number two, overcomplicating with actor tricks. I want you to compare the two. Overcomplicated, all kinds of actor tricks to make it work, or just clean, sincere honesty. I promise you the honest version always feels stronger. It really does. You can do this with just about any script, but those scripts that feel like they're kind of more challenging is the one that I think makes sense for you to check out. Now, I've got some follow-up responses and my call to action. It's coming up right after this. Welcome back. So listen, the next time you're handed a bad script or a script that you're just not relating to the material somehow, just don't roll your eyes. I want you to see it as a chance to shine. If you can play truthfully with weak material, you'll prove you're a reliable, bookable actor. You really will. Now, some of the projects that we've been casting, for example, we send out the script, and then many times, not always, but many times we'll get a pass on the project from the actor because they say, I'm not responding to the script. Now, whether that's absolutely true or not, or it's just kind of a nice way to say they don't like it, it's really interesting that if you have that experience or have had that experience, really analyze why you're not responding to the material. I'm not trying to convince you to take the audition or take the job. I am saying investigate a little bit further. It's not just a one read and then, yeah, it's not much. It doesn't do anything for me. You're allowed to do that, of course. But if you come across a bad script, a script that's weak or cheesy or predictable or even cringeworthy, my suggestion and my homework assignment is to record yourself performing it with total sincerity and focus on connection. Then, of course, I want you to watch it back. If you believe yourself, you know what? Casting directors will too. That's absolutely true. So, the next time you have the challenge of obtaining a script that's not doing much for you, that you really are having trouble responding to, that's a fantastic opportunity to try to make it work in your process. You see, the actor's technique can really take a script that doesn't quite work and really make it truthful, make it usable, make it tangible, so that you can be known as that actor who can do anything. I just heard that the other day. Pat was saying, gosh, I love this actor so much. They can do anything. Be that actor. So listen, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you know someone that could benefit from this episode, please pass it along. And once again, I appreciate any kind of review, thumbs up, whatever you can do. And don't forget, we're also on YouTube. You can check out all of these videos on YouTube if that's what you want to do. You want to see me doing these podcasts? You're welcome to it. Thanks again so much. I'm Jeffrey Dreisbach. You've been watching and listening, Casting Actors Cast. Thanks.
It's been great having you in our talent pool today. Your support means the world to us, so please consider sharing, liking, and reviewing this episode wherever you jump in. I'm Megan Grace Martinez. Thanks.
From monologues to